Happening now, a government shutdown looms as Congress faces a critical deadline, and a leading North American gluten-free craft brewery establishes an East Coast operation in Westfield, New York. Plus, U.S. Senator Dianne Feinstein of California has passed away at the age of 90.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
Thank you for joining us at Western New York News Now. I'm Lee Kane Jr. Those stories and more are coming up, but first, on the evening of September 28, 2023, at approximately 9:45 p.m., officers from the Jamestown Police Department Violent Crime Unit conducted a standard traffic stop at the intersection of Gilbert Street and 23rd Street. The stop was initiated for observed traffic infractions. During the course of their investigation, officers discovered that the vehicle's operator, Wilfredo J. Ramirez Quinones, 39, was allegedly using switch plates. Additionally, it was revealed that he had an active warrant issued from Volusia County in Florida. Without incident, the officers took Mr. Ramirez Quinones into custody based on the outstanding warrant and transported him to the Jamestown City Jail. He's now facing charges as a fugitive from justice. Wilfredo J. Ramirez Quinones is currently held in the Jamestown City Jail, awaiting arraignment in Jamestown City Court. Well, in other news, on the evening of September 28, 2023, at approximately 6:31 p.m., the Jamestown Police Department's 2nd Platoon responded to a call regarding a disorderly person at a Southside address. Upon arrival, officers discovered an altercation had taken place, resulting in one individual being stabbed in the left armpit. The victim, whose identity has not been disclosed, was promptly transported to UPMC Hospital for medical treatment. Fortunately, their injuries were deemed non-life-threatening, and they were released after receiving medical care. Shalissa Pelosi, a 21-year-old resident of Jamestown, was taken into custody at the scene and subsequently charged with criminal possession of a weapon in the 3rd degree and assault in the 2nd degree. She is currently being held at the Jamestown City Jail pending arraignment in Jamestown City Court. Well, in other news, Jeremiah C. Warrior, a 23-year-old resident of Jamestown, New York, found himself in police custody on September 26, 2023 at approximately 3:36 p.m. The Jamestown Police Department located and apprehended Warrior on the basis of a family court warrant issued by a Cattaraugus County Family Court. Following his arrest, he was transferred to the custody of the Cattaraugus County Sheriff's Office. Warrior faced arraignment proceedings in the town of Cold Spring and was subsequently remanded to the Cattaraugus County Jail. He is currently being held without bail. The charges against Jeremiah C. Warrior stem from a violation of the Family Court Act. Further details about the nature of the charges were not disclosed in the provided information. The incident took place at 265 Main Street in Randolph, New York, 14712, and the address of Jeremiah C. Warrior is listed as 39 Pershing Avenue in Jamestown, New York, 14701. Well, in other news, 2 individuals identified as Devin A. Smith, 21 years old, and Zachary J. Hamby, 18 years old, were arrested on charges of burglary, criminal mischief, and criminal tampering on September 25, 2023, at a Southside address. On September 25, 2023, at approximately 11:24 a.m., local law enforcement officers from the Jamestown Police Department, in conjunction with the members of Jamestown Fire Department, responded to an incident at a Southside address. The response was prompted by reports of an open door at the location. Upon arrival, officers made announcements into the building, prompting Devin A. Smith and Zachary J. Hamby to exit without resistance. Both individuals were taken into custody as they lacked permission to be inside the premises. Inside the building, authorities discovered that an emergency exit door handle had been broken off and miscellaneous property was strewn about. Subsequently, Devin A. Smith and Zachary J. Hamby were transported to the Jamestown City Jail and are facing charges of 3rd-degree burglary, 3rd-degree criminal mischief, and 3rd-degree criminal tampering. Currently, both individuals are held in custody pending their arraignment in Jamestown City Court. As WNY News Now continues, a government shutdown looms as Congress faces a critical deadline. And later, a leading North American gluten-free craft brewery establishes an East Coast operation in Westfield, New York. Stay with us as WNY News Now will be right back.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer, plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
You are loved. You are valued. You are resilient. You got this.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides at aarp.org/caregiving.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
As the deadline for a potential federal government shutdown inches closer, the attention of several members of Congress, including Congressman Nick Langworthy, has shifted towards the impeachment inquiry against President Biden instead of resolving the budget crisis. Congressman Langworthy, a member of the House Committee on Oversight and Accountability, issued a statement after a recent hearing stating, "It's clear that President Biden repeatedly lied to the American people regarding his involvement in his family's business dealings and foreign influence peddling schemes." He emphasized the need for further investigation to determine if President Biden abused his public office for personal financial gain. The impeachment inquiry, initiated by Speaker Kevin McCarthy on September 12, 2023, tasked multiple House committees with gathering evidence regarding President Biden's alleged misconduct. The House Oversight Committee identified 16 instances where President Biden allegedly misled the public about his family's foreign business dealings. Notably, Speaker McCarthy and House Republicans have made the impeachment inquiry and spending cuts a central point in their budget negotiations, adding another layer of complexity to the impending government shutdown. With time running out, Congress must navigate these pressing issues to avert a potentially damaging government shutdown that could impact the economy and essential services. Well, in other news, a new player has emerged in the craft beer scene as Ghostfish Brewing Company, GBC, from Seattle, commences full-scale production at its East Coast Processing and Distribution Center located within Westfield's Grape Discovery Center. The official ribbon-cutting ceremony, hosted by the Chautauqua County Chamber of Commerce, marked the beginning of GBC's venture into the region. What sets GBC apart is its unwavering dedication to gluten-free brewing, from ingredients and processes to equipment and utensils. Currently, GBC stands as the largest producer of dedicated gluten-free beer in the United States, distributing its diverse range of full-flavored beers to 19 U.S. states and 4 Canadian provinces. According to Vice President Matt Swank, the Westfield location will cater to the growing demand for GBC's products in the eastern U.S. and Canadian regions. The brewery offers a wide selection of year-round and seasonal beers, having garnered recognition and awards for its quality. Chautauqua County officials have been supportive of GBC's expansion, providing financial assistance and coordination to facilitate the brewery's growth. The region sees GBC as a unique addition to its craft beverage industry, drawing additional visitors to the Grape Discovery Center and promoting the area's agricultural sector. Although the Westfield Brewery won't be open to the public, GBC plans to collaborate with the Grape Discovery Center for beer samplings and sales. The brewery looks forward to introducing its gluten-free brews to the public in the near future. Ghostfish Brewing Company, inspired by a bioluminescent fish sighted in Tacoma Sound, continues to uphold its motto of unique grains, legendary taste, as it expands its presence to the East Coast. Well, in other news, Dianne Feinstein, a stalwart Democrat who served as California senator since 1992, passed away on Thursday night at her residence in Washington, D.C. She held her Senate seat longer than any other woman and any other senator from California. Her chief of staff, James Sauls, described her as a force of nature who left an indelible mark on the nation and her home state. Throughout her distinguished career, Feinstein achieved significant legislative milestones, particularly in the realms of gun control and environmental policy. However, in her final years, she faced visible health and memory issues, leading to conflicts within her own party over her decision not to step down. Despite this, she had planned to retire at the conclusion of her current term in January 2025. With her passing, the responsibility now falls on Governor Gavin Newsom to appoint a temporary successor. Colleague Senator Kirsten Gillibrand expressed deep sorrow, hailing Feinstein as a trailblazer and a dedicated public servant whose legacy will endure. Dianne Feinstein's death marks the end of a remarkable era in American politics. Well, coming up next, $2.6 million in grants have been awarded to 39 veteran organizations in New York. But first, we return with a look at our full weather forecast.
Catch your First Defense forecast daily on WNY News Now.
Right here, baby. Look. Uma.
Something more than a birthday is happening here. Once you can see it, you can help. The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Catch your First Defense forecast daily on WNY News Now.
Fast, accurate, and everyday. First Defense weather.
Welcome back to WNY News Now. Let's take a look at some of the weather headlines for the weekend ahead. With high pressure building into the region, it's going to be a beautiful weekend out there with plenty of sunshine across the region. Temperatures will be warming up into the low to mid 70s for Saturday and Sunday, and with high pressure in control, that means much of next week is looking to be mainly dry as well, and temperatures continue to warm up into the mid to upper 70s as a taste of summer returns back to the region, although there are some early indications that a pattern shift will happen by the end of next week into next weekend, which could bring unsettled weather back to the region as well as some chillier temperatures. We shall see if that comes to pass. Well, while we have been dry across our region, we can't say the same for the New York City area in the past couple of days, and especially in the past 24 hours, they have been getting dumped on by rain. Take a look at some of these impressive rainfall totals. Brooklyn and South Slope of the New York City area both close to 6 inches of rain. Central Park near 4.5 inches. The JFK Airport and Midtown Manhattan near 4 inches of rain, and they still got more rain to come. This rain is turning streets into rivers, and that has led the New York State governor to declare a state of emergency across the New York City due to all this rain. So while we are dry, they are getting dumped on by the rain. Back here across our region, October 1st comes up this Sunday, which means Jamestown will begin their alternate parking, which begins again on October 1st, and that runs through April 1st of next year. That means you park on the odd side of the street on odd number days, you park on the even side of the street on even number days, and this will happen before 10 o'clock each morning. Now, this is done mainly to help snow plows clear the streets of snow when the snow does start to fly, and we are almost in October now, so it's not going to be too long before the first flakes start happening across the region. The almanac for the day made it to a high of 62 degrees yesterday in the city of Jamestown. Our low was 49. The records for the day, 87 set back in 1954. The record low, 27 set back in 1978. So let's time out future scan through the overnight hours and into the weekend. Partly to mainly clear skies overnight tonight. Some fog may develop across the interior southern tier locations, and the fog and a few clouds will be around to start our day off on Saturday, but we should go partly to mostly sunny skies through the afternoon tomorrow as high pressure begins to build in. Mainly clear skies expected through the night, Saturday night into Sunday, and Sunday again is looking like another beautiful day with partly to mostly sunny skies. So here's your forecast for tonight. Partly to mainly clear skies overnight tonight. Some areas of fog across the inland valley locations. Overnight lows will range from the upper 40s across inland locations to the mid to upper 50s near the immediate Lake Erie shoreline. Here's your weekend weather forecast. Partly sunny skies tomorrow, calling for a high of 73 degrees in the city of Jamestown. Mainly clear skies overnight Saturday, lows dropping down in the lower 50s, and then mostly sunny skies on Sunday. Temperatures a little bit warmer, calling for a high of 76 on Sunday. Now that Ultimate Solutions 7-day outlook, which continues with a dry weather through much of next week. Beautiful sunshine each day. Temperatures getting warmer in the mid to upper 70s. 70s. Would not be surprised if some areas break the lower 80s next week. But again, as I said, it looks like a pattern shift will be happening by the later end of the week. Best chance for showers looks like comes sometime later Thursday and Friday. And if I could extend that forecast out into next weekend, temperatures back down in the 60s, if not the lower 60s. So we shall see what happens.
Andrew, thank you. Well, in a move to bolster support for the state's veterans, New York Governor Kathy Hochul has unveiled $2.6 million in grants distributed to 39 veteran organizations through the Veterans Nonprofit Capital Program. These grants are set to aid organizations in expanding and enhancing services for veterans, service members, and their families. Governor Hochul stated, New York service members and their loved ones have made enormous sacrifices to protect our democracy, and they deserve access to high-quality support and services. The new Veterans Nonprofit Capital Program helps recognize their contributions by providing community-based organizations with the critical resources they need to serve our veterans, service members, and their families. The program, administered by the Dormitory Authority of the State of New York, DASNY, in partnership with the Department of Veteran Services, will reimburse organizations for capital improvements with funding for projects ranging from $25,000 to $75,000. These improvements include roofing, ADA-compliant upgrades, and kitchen and common area renovations, among others, across various regions of the state. Commissioner Viviana De Cohen of the Department of Veteran Services expressed Governor Hochul's dedication to our veterans is resolute. The Veterans Nonprofit Capital Program, with 39 deserving awardees, is a testament to her commitment to enhancing services for our veterans, service members, and their families. The Veterans Nonprofit Capital Program is a testament to the state's commitment to supporting its veterans, ensuring they receive the assistance and services they rightly deserve. Future rounds of funding are expected to continue this vital initiative, enriching the lives of those who have dedicated themselves to the service of the nation. Well, coming up next, federal court orders tobacco retail stores to display corrective statements from October 1st, 2023.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
If you want to speak truth to the masses, make it funny for the classes.
Hi everyone, Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that Smokey's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
But I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
From October 1st, 2023 through June 30th, 2025, around 200,000 tobacco retail stores nationwide will be required to prominently exhibit corrective statements near point-of-sale tobacco products. These statements, totaling 17 varieties, detail the health effects, addictiveness of smoking, and challenges of quitting. They are a result of a lengthy lawsuit by the U.S. Justice Department against major tobacco retailers. Dr. Andrew Hyland, director of the New York Quit Line, encourages New York State residents motivated by these messages to seek support from the New York State Smokers Quit Line, NY Quit Line, offering free and confidential assistance via phone, text, and online. The statements not only highlight quitting difficulties, but also shed light on tobacco companies' efforts to create addictive products and mislead the public about their harms. Some messages address the effects of secondhand smoke on both children and adults. Dr. Hyland stresses the importance of these messages and encouraging tobacco users to reconsider their choices. He emphasized that quitting, while challenging, is achievable, with thousands of New Yorkers succeeding each year, often with NY Quit Line support. The NY Quit Line offers quit coaching, free nicotine replacement therapy, NRT, medications, and various online resources. The recent tax increase on cigarettes and little cigars, combined with these corrective statements, aims to inspire more New York State residents to quit harmful tobacco products. NY Quitline specialists are available 7 days a week to assist residents on their journey to a tobacco-free life. Contact them at 1-866-NY-QUITS or 1-866-697-8487 or visit nysmokefree.com for support. Well, that's going to be it for us today. I'd like to thank you all for watching. News continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com and on our mobile app. You can download it today for free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. We're also on Channel 716 on Roku and at channel716.com. Thank you for watching.